TV.
Mm-hmm.
She slammed the door on Mommy's finger. Mommy had to go to the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's when she tried to shoot Mommy. And the bullet went through the wall. And
Oh my God.
And yeah.
I'm so sorry y'all going through
And
this.
Mommy called Daddy, and Daddy pulled up, and he was finna shoot her, but
She called Juan, y'all daddy. Tayshana did.
Yes,
She
he
did.
came over there. He fighted her, and he said.
Yes, sir. I woke up on the bullshit today. Still dealing with the fallout from the untimely death of Kevin Samuels. Still seeing the women make mockery and dox this man, even in his passing. It is a shame. I am disgusted. I've gotten a crazy amount of phone calls just in regarding not even his death, but the reaction, because people kind of liking some of my content from when I was doing videos on Facebook to what Kevin Samuels were doing, and it was kind of like, well, if you died, you may get the same reaction, in which I really wouldn't care, because what would I be able to do about it in my death? I'm not here anymore, so I would not have to deal with the problems that you would have to deal with still being in the living world, or the world that you know. So I'm going to dedicate this one to the ain't shit mothers. Happy Ain't Shit Mother's Day to all the ain't shit mothers. I think I'm going into my Minister Jap book with this one. On the front of this video, again, you're going to see another example of millions where the children give their testimony to how their mothers are not shit. You listen to the child detail, one of more than likely many examples or instances when the mother and the mother's new girlfriend gets into it. The thing about an ain't shit mother, you cannot tell her she's an ain't shit mother. Again, you think I talk in this fashion from a sense of bitterness, a sense of hate. No, I see this from a very, very, very close view. Almost VIP action, behind the scenes, backstage pass. I see it like no other. And I'm sure many of you have seen this. I've seen the comments on some of my other videos that pretty much co-sign the material. But the thing about an ain't shit mother is that she goes through life. She has multiple children. And this is for whatever reason, the ain't shit mother tends to have multiple children. And I have to push back on the men in this case. Why do so many men have children with ain't shit women? That doesn't compute with me, but I know. See, the caliber of man a woman gets speaks to the caliber that she is, because the woman chooses if sex takes place. The woman chooses if it happens. Now, you have the finesse game, of course. You have the women who dress themselves up, who are chameleons, who look the part, and they run game on unsuspecting men. I do give acknowledgement to that fact. However, in my opinion, that is few and far between, because the children, the fruit that are running around, the fruit that are roaming around, causing all of the destruction, all of the murders. If you pull a report and you look at murders from the ages, or from the years of 2018, 2017 to now, and you look at the ones, if they were caught, look at their age, and then look at their rap sheet. You see these children running around 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, committing all of these heinous murders, killing, shooting children. And I'll tell you how you can kind of tell without even looking at the report. When you see innocent children, 2-year-olds getting shot in the head, best believe it is a young boy. It is a young boy in the mix, and usually it is a few young girls also in the mix, but the young boy is usually the shooter because he's shooting with his eyes closed. He's shooting blind. That is why he's hitting innocent bystanders and children. But the ain't shit mother, for whatever reason, tends to have multiple children because she is open, she's free, and she's easy. I tell you guys, an easy fuck can be your worst fuck. I say that again. I know we got these platforms jumping off saying women should be fucking on the first date and all of this type of shit and all. I get that. However, but as you mature as a man, if pussy is your motivation, you've already lost. If getting pussy is your end game, you've already lost the battle. Okay, I'm a high value man. I work myself. I should have to work. Motherfucker, it ain't about you working. It's about making her work. You guys so quick to get the money, get the designer. So you think it's going to be a get sex for free or easy access card. This is what you guys do this for. And you lay down with the wrong one. And now your life is forever changed. Because you didn't vet the woman who you were laying with. You're allowing access to your house. It is a good practice of mine. Depending on where I'm at with the woman, I won't even let a woman sleep in my bed. She won't even be able to get in the bed. Couch, ottoman, floor. And one would say, well, if you're dealing with women that, yes, of course, again, for the purpose of what she's there for. She doesn't get to spend the night. She doesn't get to, come over when she wants and all of it. It is a screening test you have to go through to get that access, or there should be. But the ain't shit mothers are running around rampant. They're trying to live their best life and trying to be a mother at the same time. You cannot do both. Your children will be collateral damage. They'll be the collateral damage because you still think you're the shit. 35 plus, 40 plus, cheeseburger casserole stomach, thinking you're the shit. Still posting thirst traps, still in the club, twerking on couches and doing all of this nigger shit. And yes, I'm going to say that. Still doing the nigger shit. I've grown a disdain for a lot of black women that portray this behavior, that display this behavior. Because I know what their child is going to be in the next few years to come. I see news articles every single day, sometimes 2 to 3 times a day in my city, in which children are killed, other men and women are killed, beaten, robbed, kidnapped, etc. And these are the demons that you raised, the bastard children without any family structure, and yet you celebrate a man who was promoting black family. You celebrate a man who was holding women to a standard. You celebrate his death. And the simps that think like women echo the same sentiments. Happy about another black man dying because he didn't say it how you wanted him to. I tell you guys, you have to get into your own bubble. These simps are dangerous and they will have you in dangerous spots. And that dangerous from a physical standpoint, even though that does play a role as well, but dangerous in the conditioning of your mind. Thinking that this is what you must settle for. You must take bottom of the barrel. Black men, we've grown so weak. to where we let these ain't shit mothers do and say anything they want, and out of fear of losing the very little access that you currently have to your children. Out of fear, you sit back quietly. But because you don't want to mess up your arrangement, you let her do it. The ain't shit mother is known to have multiple men in and out of the house. These children become victims of rape, sexual assault, physical violence, even death, murder. And yet the women go unscathed. No charges placed against the mother for child negligence, nothing that sticks, to do it all over again. You have mothers in this society, black mothers, who have lost 2 to 3 of their own sons to gang and street violence. How do you sit back and lose? Okay, you lost 1 child. Okay, you're going to lose 2 more to the same thing without taking any type of initiative to get out of the environment. Yeah, these are the same black women that tell you they're the most educated and that they're smarter than men. Yeah, you don't have the mindset to take your children out of a violent environment. These women there's been several instances in which I had to tell women no from bringing their children to my house so they can get some dick. They want to bring their children with them on their dick escapades. That's why I no longer deal with women with children. And you should not either. I saw a woman, a beautiful woman, married woman. She spoke, and what she said resonated. She said having high standards protect you from having low, or it was either low outcomes, or it was something. Having high standards protect you from having lackluster experiences, destructive experience. When you have a certain standard, the standard must match the work and the dedication and the discipline in which you've implemented. You cannot just wake up and say, hey, I know I'm 260, and this is as a woman, I'm 200 plus, I got multiple baby daddies. You can't wake up and say, I got high standards. You can't do that. You don't have the luxury to do so. But I did want to dedicate this to the ain't shit mothers, the mothers who are still, running around, parading as if they're the shit when they're not shit. Still trying to go on date night. Still waiting on Mr. Right at 40. And I'm seeing some of these women, in their late 30s, 40s, beat the odds. I seen a wedding and I seen an engagement. I'm not hating or knocking anyone for their future endeavors. Shout out to them. They beat the standard. But this won't be the tale for most of you. I definitely want to advise men to increase your standard, please. Because if you don't see what's going on in the world, you're going to be a casualty of what's going on in the world. Most definitely. Just because you want to get your dick wet. The ain't shit mother is the most destructive piece in our community. Because the mother holds the key to the children. They hold the key to a lot of legalities around the children. You must choose very, very, very wisely moving forward. Because in the wake of Kevin Samuels' death, these women are going to behave in a manner to spite him intentionally. The toxicity is going to crank up. The hoe phase and the hoism is going to crank up. The baby daddyism is going to crank up. And some of you guys are just standing in line waiting to be licked like a sucker that you are. So I wanted to give a happy ain't shit Mother's Day to all the ain't shit mothers. I'll stay away from you. Please stay away from me. This is the Date Master. Let me know what you're thinking about this video. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.